Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show of the day. It's called Let's Talk in English. We're on PTS.
Get ready to learn something new. I'm Andrea.
And my name is Gabe, and we have an action-packed lesson for you today. So let's learn our key words. The first one is action. Say it with me. Action. There is a lot of action in this play. It's very exciting.
Comedy. Comedy. This show is a comedy. It always makes me laugh.
Free. Free. You don't have to pay for your food. It's free.
Film. Film. This movie director always makes action films.
Would rather. Would rather. Would you rather eat chicken or fish tonight?
Well, we know that you would like to say these keywords again. The first one is action. Action.
Comedy. Comedy.
Free. Free.
Film. Film.
Would rather. Would rather.
Okay, Andrea, would you rather get the mission for the day or just go straight to the lesson?
Well, I would like to get the mission.
Well, good. Eddie?
Don't ignore me.
Oh, we would not ignore our superstar.
Exactly.
Good. So does anyone want to know what today's mission is?
I would like to know something from a superstar. Can you tell us the mission?
Oh, of course. All right, here it is. What do Simon and Renee decide to do tonight?
What do Simon and Renee decide to do tonight?
Good question. Let's go find out the answer in today's lesson somewhere. Let's go right now.
Why don't you go see the Chronicles of Narnia movie?
Didn't we already see that one?
No, this is a new one.
Oh.
How about the new Indiana Jones movie?
I don't feel like an action movie tonight.
Are there any romantic comedies playing? That's what you feel like watching, right?
You know me.
Yes, I do.
Oh, the new Indiana Jones movie. I'm excited about this movie. Andrea, what did we find out about this new Indiana Jones movie in this conversation?
Well, Gabe, we learned that it is an action movie.
It's an action movie, and action is one of our words. Action. Action. An action movie is a movie that is very exciting, and there are many things happening in this movie. An action movie.
Yes, action movies are exciting. When you're watching the screen, many things are happening at one time. You are not bored when you watch an action movie.
But Renee doesn't feel like an action movie tonight. She doesn't feel like it. That means she doesn't feel like watching an action movie. You can also say, I don't feel like an action movie. Well, let's look at this other kind of movie. It's a comedy. Comedy. A comedy is a very funny movie, or it's a funny show. A comedy.
Yes, we know that Gabe likes comedies, right?
Yes, I do.
When you watch a comedy, you will usually laugh if it's a good comedy. Now, friends, if you make this word plural, if you add an S, the spelling changes. It is C-O-M-E-D-I-E-S. So I like a comedy or I like comedies.
Andrea, do you like romantic comedies?
Yes, I love romantic comedies.
Hey, Renee, I'm glad you didn't leave yet.
Why?
I know you two are going out to a movie tonight, but if you ever want to rent a movie, here you go.
2 free movie rentals at Fanny's Films. Thanks, Max.
You're welcome.
You know, Renee, maybe we should just rent a movie tonight.
Okay, we can each choose one, and I can make popcorn.
It's a date. Let's go.
Well, that sounds like a fun date. And what else sounds good is finding the answer to today's mission. We did that in this conversation. The question is, what do Simon and Renee decide to do tonight?
What do Simon and Renee decide to do tonight? They decide to just rent a movie tonight.
Yes, and that sounds like a great date. Well, friends, let's go and learn our key words from this conversation. The first one is free. Free. If something is free, that means you don't have to pay money for it.
So Max gives Renee and Simon 2 free rentals to Fanny's Films. That means they can rent these movies for free. You can also have a free trip somewhere. That means you don't have to pay for that trip.
Gabe, did you ever get a free trip somewhere?
I did. Just recently, I got a free trip to Sun Moon Lake, 日月潭, and I'm really excited to go on my free trip.
Well, that sounds like fun. Our next keyword is film. Film. A film is another word for a movie. You can say, I want to see that film, or I want to see that movie.
Or you can say, I want to go to the store to borrow a film. Let's borrow 2 films this week.
And in our conversation, we learn about Fanny's Films. That's the name of a company that has film rentals.
Don't you like to rent movies, Max?
No, I would rather watch TV.
Great! Then you're going to want to buy this TV from me.
I already have a TV.
But this small TV would be perfect for the diner. You could watch the cooking channel while you're cooking.
No thanks.
Well, how about watching TV with me while I finish my dinner?
Sure. Well, in this conversation, Max says he would rather watch TV. And these are 2 good words to know. Would rather. Say them with me. Would rather. Would rather. This is a phrase that you can use if you want to do something more than something else. You say, I would rather do this than do that.
Let me give you an example. I would rather play sports than watch sports on TV.
And you can use this like a question. You could ask somebody, would you rather do this? And they could answer, I would rather do that. So let's give an example.
Okay.
Okay, Andrea, would you rather eat at home or at a restaurant?
Well, I would rather eat at home.
You would rather eat at home. I would rather eat at a restaurant. Of course, I would rather eat my mom's home-cooked food.
Well, that sounds good. Now, Gabe, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Would you rather eat sweet popcorn or salty popcorn?
Good question. I would rather eat salty popcorn most of the time.
So you like salty popcorn better.
Movie Minute.
Today on Travel Hualien, we're visiting Hualien's Carp Lake. Carp Lake is one of the largest lakes in Hualien. It's called Carp Lake because some say the mountains around the lake look like a carp. Liu. Carp Lake is a really beautiful and quiet place. It's a great place to enjoy a sunny day. You can do many different outdoor activities there. If you like to take a walk or ride a bike, there is a 4-kilometer-long path around the lake. The path is great for a walk or a bike ride. It takes about an hour to walk the path and about 30 minutes to ride it. If you like being out on the water, you can rent a boat and row out onto the lake with some of your friends. Sit in the boat and relax. Carp Lake is also a great place to play with your friends. Bring a frisbee or a ball and have fun. There are many other things you can do at Carp Lake, but you don't have to do any of these things. Carp Lake is also a great place to just sit and enjoy the scenery. Next time you're in Hualien, maybe you can plan a visit.
Conversation replay.
Why don't you go see the Chronicles of Narnia movie?
Didn't we already see that one?
No, this is a new one.
Oh.
How about the new Indiana Jones movie?
I don't feel like an action movie tonight.
Are there any romantic comedies playing? That's what you feel like watching, right?
You know me.
Yes, I do.
Hey, Renee, I'm glad you didn't leave yet.
Why?
I know you two are going out to a movie tonight, but if you ever want to rent a movie, here you go.
2 free movie rentals at Fanny's Films. Thanks, Max.
You're welcome.
You know, Renee, maybe we should just rent a movie tonight.
Okay, we can each choose one, and I can make popcorn.
It's a date. Let's go.
Don't you like to rent movies, Max?
No, I would rather watch TV.
Great! Then you're going to want to buy this TV from me.
I already have a TV.
But this small TV would be perfect for the diner. You could watch the cooking channel while you're cooking.
No thanks.
Well, how about watching TV with me while I finish my dinner?
Sure.
Calendar phrase.
So you know, Andrea, I really want to go to the theater this afternoon.
Oh, well, Gabe, are there any good movies on?
Well, I hope so, because I really want to watch a movie. There should be some good movies on.
I hope there's some good movies on.
Well, first, let's learn the calendar phrase today. The phrase today is, are there any good movies on?
Are there any good movies on?
So if you or your friends want to go and watch a movie, then this is a good question to ask. Are there any good movies on?
Well, are there any good calendar phrase skits
Yeah,
on?
the one for today. Let's go watch it right now.
Are there any good movies on?
Are there any good movies on?
What do you want to do? We could play games.
Or watch TV?
Are there any good movies on?
I'm not sure. Let's turn on the TV and find out.
Are there any good movies on?
There are lots of movies on.
But are there any good movies on?
Yes, The Sound of Music. Do you want to watch it?
Sure.
Are there any good movies on?
Are there any good movies?
Oh, that was a great calendar phrase. The comedy was great.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah. Okay, what time is it? Time for the question of the day. Eddie.
Yeah.
Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, of course. Yes, okay, here it is. Would you rather watch a movie in a theater or at home? Why?
Would you rather watch a movie in a theater or at home? Why?
I would rather watch a movie in a theater because you can watch the movie on a big screen.
Good answer. Well, friends, think about this answer, and we want to thank you for joining us here on Let's Talk in English on PTS,
Where learning English can be fun.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.